Let's take up steam distillation. Now, steam distillation is used to purify only those compounds which are steam volatile. What do you mean by steam volatile? Means can be vaporized by steam, and impurities are non-steam volatile. Second condition is the compound which is to be purified should be immiscible in water. Example of compounds which can be purified by steam distillation is orthonitrophenol. Orthonitrophenol can be separated from paranitrophenol with the help of steam distillation because orthonitrophenol is steam volatile, whereas paranitrophenol is not steam volatile. Similarly, aniline can be purified, nitrobenzene, bromobenzene. These compounds can be purified by steam distillation because all of them are steam volatile and immiscible with water. Here, the first apparatus is called steam generator. With the help, we are heating with the help of burner, and here we have got water which is changing into steam. Here, one safety tube is required because if there is excess of steam, it will exert pressure and round bottom flask may break. So this outlet, this side tube will help to take the excess of steam out so that there is no explosion. Here we have condensed water vapors. Some of the vapors may get condensed, and if there is excess of steam which we don't need, we can remove it with the help of condensed water vapors. This steam will reach to this compound, this round bottom flask, where we have taken a compound to be purified by steam distillation. So here we have mixture of compound and water. Now steam when reaches to this flask, it may get condensed. Therefore, we are heating here also with the help of burner so that the water changes into steam and organic compound vaporizes along with the steam. Now from this side tube, steam condensed water vapors, the steam vapors, steam in the form of vapors and organic compound vapors pass through these side tubes and reach the condenser. In condenser, we are circulating water. So here the organic compound as well as steam will get condensed, and here we will get mixture of distilled liquid and water. So this process will continue till all the compound which we want to separate gets distilled out. This mixture of water and distilled liquid has different densities, therefore it can be separated with the help of separating funnel. This is the way how steam distillation is carried out. Here the principle is the steam volatile component vaporizes and the vapors are condensed with the help of condenser, and liquids get collected in the conical flask along with the water, which can be easily separated with the help of separating funnel due to the difference in density of organic liquid and water. Next, we are taking differential extraction. Now, differential extraction is used to separate those organic compounds which are less soluble in water and more soluble in organic solvent. For example, benzoic acid is less soluble in water but more soluble in benzene. So here what we do, the organic compound present in aqueous layer, let's say benzoic acid is present in aqueous layer, it is mixed with benzene. This is benzene. And we will shake it thoroughly so that the organic compound which was less soluble in this water will shift to, is more soluble in benzene. So from this layer it will change to this layer. Why it will change to organic layer? Because it is more soluble in organic compound. So here in the second diagram we have shown this is aqueous layer which does not contain organic compound now, because this organic compound has shifted to this layer in which we have taken organic solvent, and in this organic solvent benzoic acid is more soluble. So with the help of separating funnel, when you open the stopcock, this aqueous layer can be removed and this organic layer can also be removed. And this organic layer contains benzene and benzoic acid. So if you evaporate benzene, you will get pure benzoic acid. So this is the extraction of compound which takes place, which is based on difference in solubility. That is, benzoic acid being less soluble in water but more soluble in benzene can be extracted with the help of benzene. Next, we are taking chromatography. The literal meaning of chromatography is separation of colored substance. Chromatography is an important technique extensively used to separate mixtures into their components, purify compounds, and also to test the purity of the compounds. The name chromatography is based on the Greek word chroma. Chroma means color, and since the method was first used to separation of colored substances found in plants, therefore it is called chromatography. And graphy means separation. So separation of colored substance was the mainly used earlier. But these days, even colored substances, colorless substances can be separated with the help of chromatography, and we use special techniques or special chemicals which impart color to the colorless substance and can be separated. The mixture of substances is applied onto the stationary phase, which may be a solid or a liquid. A pure solvent, a mixture of solvents, or a gas is allowed to move slowly over the stationary phase, and the components of the mixtures get gradually separated from one another due to difference in solubility or difference in adsorbing power. The moving phase is called mobile phase. So chromatography is classified into different categories. The first one is adsorption chromatography, which is based on differential adsorption. Another one is partition chromatography, which is based on solubility of a substance or differential solubility of substance in a solvent. First, we are taking adsorption chromatography. Adsorption chromatography is based on the fact the different compounds are adsorbed on an adsorbent to different degrees. Now, what is adsorbent? Suppose you dip chalk in blue ink. So the blue ink is adsorbate and chalk is adsorbent. This process is adsorption. Why we call it adsorption? Because blue ink will be more on the surface and less in the bulk. Bulk means inside the chalk. So the adsorption is a phenomena, surface phenomena, in which concentration of solute is more on the surface and less in the bulk. Commonly used adsorbent are silica gel. You must have seen, if you purchase any electronics equipment, you get a small packet which contains silica gel. The purpose of this silica gel is it absorbs water and prevents your electronic equipment from damage from water. And alumina is another adsorbent which is used. When mobile phase is allowed to move over a stationary phase, that is adsorbent, the components of mixture move by varying distance over a stationary phase. Why they travel with varying distance or different distance? Because their adsorbing power is different, and due to their absorbing power is different, they get separated. Following are the two main types of chromatographic techniques based on the principle of differential adsorption. The first is column chromatography, another is thin layer chromatography, which in short is called TLC.